Do I introduce my real name?
All right.
All right, so what's going on, guys? I'm Scott, or Lil Flaps. I play tank for the Beacon team.
And I'm Chris or Chororo. I play support for the Shield team here at Valpo Overwatch.
hmm So it looks like we're going to a Li Jiang pick. That's kind of a comfortable Beacon pick.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's important real quick to introduce like what we're looking at here. So this is the club team that's playing today for
Yes.
NECC. And this is a team I'm not super familiar with. I don't know what they're comfortable with or even really like what they tend to play. But I like the pick on I like Li Zhang.
I agree. Li Jiang's kind of a safety pick. There's a lot of characters that can be easily used, like Symmetra, there's
Right.
Mei. Those are all pretty comfortable picks. And like, I don't really know what Feet Sniffer likes to play tank on, but I'm kind of hoping to see a Reinhardt here.
I
Reinhardt's,
would love to see a Reinhardt here.
I agree.
Well, I would, but what about all those changes that just came out, man?
I think he's still going to be a force to be reckoned with. I
I
really
agree.
do. I think in Li Jiang, especially control center here, it's just something that you can push very fast into.
True. I'm interested to see. I don't know how coordinated this team is with each other and if we're going to see like a really strong Lucio Rhine
Ooh,
rush or something like that, or maybe we'll
I
see
agree.
something that plays a little slower like a poke comp. I don't know. I'm
Yeah, maybe.
curious.
I'm kind of curious to see if we'll also see an Orisa. Orisa didn't get any
True.
changes, so this should push her up a little bit. The only tanks that got changed
Oh,
was Sigma.
and
Oh,
look at that.
there's the Orisa.
Double Orisa. Yeah, it's important to note we are playing on this day's patch. So a few big changes coming out, especially to supports. The Moira. So actually, we see Moira and Mercy
Moira
on
and
both
Mercy.
teams.
Yeah.
So what? It's Moira can now fade during Cold.
Coalescence, yes. And I think it does a little bit more healing, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I think it does. And then Mercy, a lot of changes went out, but mainly that her healing got increased and the under half health qualifier to her healing got removed.
Yes, and I think that is a big nerf
I
because it
agree.
was really overpowered. I'm kind of happy to see Jang still on the Junkrat. When he
I
was
am
on
too.
the Overwatch Beacon team, I think last year actually, he played a lot of Junkrat.
True. So coming into this first fight, obviously we're seeing the double Orisa, so everyone's kind of standing back, poking at each other. Big pick from
That's a
Jang.
huge pick.
Really good. Of course, they popped the res.
They might get that
Mercy's
Mercy
low.
there.
Ah, they can't find it.
That Soldier was in a really good spot for an off angle. It did a good
Yeah.
job rotating as well.
True, yeah. Oh, big pick on
Oh,
the Moira.
big pick.
A lot of good stuff coming out here from Jang.
That Orisa's holding a lot of pressure in the front as well.
Yeah, for sure. I really like seeing a Junkrat into this because this is a team that
Yes.
just wants to stay in the back, and with these tight corners on this map, you can just spam those angles
Yes,
and
yes.
really get a lot done.
It's a really good poke comp, and the tight corners is like really helps with Junkrat. No one's gonna want to push that white room, which is where the Junkrat's spamming as of now.
Right.
This is a good position for Jang actually.
Yeah.
He can easily get out.
He's already got
That's just a
tire.
tire. Wow.
Really big
That's a
opportunity here.
huge pick.
tire. Oh, I knocked my
That puts
headphone.
them ahead.
Yeah, they're really up in this fight. It looks like they're kind of taking a really dominant position here. I'd like to see them push a bit farther out
I agree.
from
I
point.
agree. I'd like to kind of see. I'd kind of like to see that Orisa push to that post there. That's a really
I'd agree.
impressive position. It allows her to go straight through these two positions as well. And if you, as you notice, they're kind of going to the left there. It allows the Orisa to kind of go to the left and take
Yeah,
that fight
you can
head
like
on.
easily move around.
Yes.
Looks like OWU's kind of struggling deciding where to go, or maybe it looks like they're just setting up. But they're pushing
Yes.
through this back middle into white room. Ooh, Jane gets
Ooh. Jang
unfortunately
got-
Pendergast
yeah.
gets out. No one really
That's-
followed up
that's
on that.
good. He got out on
Really,
that.
really
That
good he
was a
got
really
out.
great spear by the other Orisa.
Yeah. The advantage of pushing like this though for OWU is they've got this kind of like natural high ground.
I agree.
And if they use it right with like that soldier, they could really get a really impressive.
Very aggressive Junkrat
Yeah.
engage.
Though I do like to see Junkrat still here is very good, even though it's not the tightest
I
angle.
agree.
It's just like this wall of damage. He's going for the off angle now, looking for supports.
He gets
Oh,
out
Orisa finds
again.
one. He gets out. That's crazy.
Okay, looks like they decided to change up the little pace.
Yep.
That was a good Valkyrie, keeping the Junkrat up, keeping the Orisa up.
I really
like
like
that
seeing this
soldier's-
defense.
Yeah, it looks like that soldier might go for a flank with his ultimate.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
big
castle.
noon coming from the back. Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Huge cancel. Canceled the opposing soldier's ult with our soldier's ult.
It was a good counter ult. I personally would have saved it, but
I would have saved there, I think, because they had already, by that time, that ult was halfway up.
Yes.
Lost both supports. It's kind of hard to win that, but
along with they got 99% before.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't a battle, but in this case, since it's the last push, they can kind of just throw everything they got at it.
True. And now what we're seeing that Valpo's got 3 ults and 3 pretty strong ults when paired together.
Yes, it looks like Jing's gonna go for that off and go up top. So what he's probably gonna do is gonna drop the tire low. If the Orisa doesn't follow him, that trap's really smart. It's kind of like a fail-safe.
Yeah. I'd like to see like an Orisa pull plus a tire coming out here. Looks
I
like
agree.
he's setting up, looking for it.
Right here,
Drop it right now.
right on the Cree. There we go. That's
Big
a good
and a
coalescence.
huge
Very
pull coming out.
aggressive coalescence.
3.
Now, I'm kind of curious. I wanted to see if coalescence got
Oh,
canceled by
it's shifting
Fade.
through the coalescence.
Because I haven't seen that yet. with
It
this
doesn't
new
get
patch.
canceled. It doesn't get canceled by Fade. You can just use it and then the Fade restarts.
Interesting. That was a good first round.
That was a
they
really
really,
good first
really
round for
had an
Valpo.
oppressive
Yeah,
hold.
but I mean their defensive was strong. They couldn't break past that Orisa. I think if I were OSU, I'd go for something that can actually like either get like just move past the Orisa and just ignore it because
Yes.
oftentimes that Orisa with 2 supports behind her is just unkillable.
Honestly, an unpopular opinion here. Maybe even or Diva or Zarya here.
Yeah, you could run like a Diva.
Zarya is
I don't know about
really,
Zarya.
really strong into an Orisa.
That's true. Into an Orisa, yes, but I think
And
it's
especially
probably
with the Junkrat,
true.
I would have been high charge Zarya. But they had trouble pushing into their Orisa.
Yeah.
Especially with the Mercy having a little bit healing.
Yeah, I think what they need, obviously we got a sim coming out here, which we were talking
Yes.
about. It's very exciting to see. We'll probably see a TP up into point. I kind of see Jang setting up for that.
I'm a little shocked they didn't run a Lucio off the start, even just for the speed.
Yeah, that's very typical something you see, but probably what they're looking for is just this higher healing output,
Yes.
expecting that their Orisa is going to be taking a lot
of
of damage.
Now they're playing this really good position here. They have the turrets all inside.
Yeah, it's going to
so
make it
they're-
really
they're
hard
play-
to walk.
They're playing really well inside here.
Honestly, yeah.
Now that Sigma's
The
in there,
Sigma
yeah,
walks
there you
in.
go. That's good. Oh, we gotta keep the Orisa up though.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's okay. I think
It's an easy reset. It's first fight loss, but you know.
Mercy whipping out the pistol.
Now that's another
You
thing.
get
They
hit-
changed the Cassidy grenade.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
no
so it
it's
does
no
the less
longer a
damage.
one shot.
Yeah, it's one. It used to be 131 damage, so any squishy character, 200 HP character,
Yes.
you could body shot them and hit them with a grenade and they'd instantly die. And that's no longer the case for most characters about 200 HP.
And I really do appreciate that.
I like that a
Even,
lot.
like, I don't play damage that often, but when I did, I would just throw a grenade, hit them once, and just walk
Yeah.
away. I wouldn't even have to watch them because I'd know they were dead.
Yeah, as a support, I really appreciate the change. Because that Cassidy walks in your backline and just instant kills you, it feels horrible.
I agree. The soldier's got a pretty good angle right
I
now.
agree.
I kind of like him to just go around. He might be able to get a big pick because this Sigma's holding a lot of pressure in the front.
He could
Has
be.
a
If you
big
go around to that
symmetrical
angle, you have to
ult,
watch
actually.
out. This is a huge wall. A lot of value
Jang's
could come
playing
out.
really well around it too.
Yeah.
Oh, they bait out the beat.
I really
Wall
like the
shouldn't
symmetric
last long
here.
enough. That Orisa saved them. They can still win this fight.
Oh, very, very
I'm
winnable
kind
fight.
of hoping they keep
Have
the
to look out for the
visor.
Lucia. Oh, yeah. If they pop the visor, it's over.
They win this with the visor
Yeah.
easily.
A lot of ults coming
That's
out
a lot of
still.
ults
Even
being
this late in the
used.
fight, you were seeing a lot happen.
That's a big pick. Wow.
I don't know if I would have Sigma ulted there.
I definitely would have saved it.
Yeah.
Here's
I
the
think
thing.
it was just sort of a
would've
last
been
chance effort.
It would have been worth it if he hit both of them.
That is true.
But if you had noticed, they were both the Moira and the soldier were split off.
But then you have to keep in mind that there are people coming back
Yes.
from spawn, and then you have to fight them on low
Yes.
health. It's hard to
And they used
sustain
4 ults
that.
already, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
we're,
we're
seeing
seeing-
a Hanzo swap on Jing. That's a
wow.
nice pick.
Really good
Really
early
good
pick here. Plus a good sonar, keeping an eye on those supports. It looks like their enemy Reaper is maybe going for a flank here.
I kind of like to see it, actually. You might be able to get a healer
Yeah.
off it.
Ooh.
I'd like to see Jang in the back a little bit more in a
I
more
would too.
passive position.
Well, the weird part is the Orisa's playing a little far back. Kind of sitting here in the backline when
agree.
really could be taking a more aggressive position, especially now that the Orisa has this ult coming up. Looks like they're setting up for it
looks like she was
soon.
going to use it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping she, like these 2 doors, you kind of have to just bounce back and forth. Ooh, that's a
Yeah.
Mercy
Oh, the
pick.
Sigma wraps around. Big ult coming
That's
up
a big
here.
ult. Okay. Should be able to get that Sigma.
I don't know. He's got 2 healers behind
it's
him.
close.
Oh.
Not with the 2
Yeah,
healers.
not with 2 healers.
Oh.
Dang.
That was unfortunate. It was a really good ultimate. It had a lot of potential to set up, but
It did. I think probably should have just held the ultimate a little more. Like,
Yeah.
you know, let it spin
yeah.
a little longer. Probably could have done enough damage to kill that Sigma.
a small thing that the Feet Sniffer did was when he jumped with that Orisa ult, he actually he pulled him away from it a bit. So the Sigma
Oh,
had a little bit more position to get out of it.
that's true.
It's kind of a tricky thing because sometimes you can time it and it pulls him to you, but in that case he pulled it and then Sigma was able to get out because of it.
Ah, okay. So now we're just seeing kind of, poke phase here. They're trying to gain a little ground. Looks like the Orisa's doing a pretty good job taking space. And a
visor
big
here.
flank
Oh.
ult.
Oh,
Huge
big,
flank visor.
Huge ult.
Oh, he
Even
gets
the
slept.
sleep. That's fine. He got.
No,
he
yeah,
got
he got
Moira.
his. He got what he
Let's
needed
see
to.
him. Let's see a spear. Let's see a spear
Come on.
here.
Not, oh, he didn't even throw this.
Oh,
He didn't catch
missed.
anybody. Wow.
That's a good push by Valpo.
That was a phenomenal
Oh.
push by Valpo.
That was a smart move by Diana. Actually, I would have probably jumped off the other way.
Yeah.
Just kind of prevent the ult charge,
Yeah. That was a phenomenal push by Valpo.
That was.
But
That
what
was
I am
3
seeing
ults.
here, 3 ults for OWU,
Yes,
including
yes.
both DPS ults, and we've only got 1 coming up on 2 for Valpo.
Now, if they're able to get that Orisa ult before OW can push, they will have the advantage, I believe.
Maybe.
A dragon Orisa ult could go a long way if they
You have to
coordinate this
be
correctly.
really wary of this Reaper ult, and looks like they didn't see OWU pushing back. Really big
Aggressive
potential for a
Moira
good dragon
positioning.
here. They're all counted
Very
up.
good ult.
They kill
Look
the
at that
Reaper.
dragon.
Oh my god! He just catches 3!
That is an amazing ult. That
was a fantastic ult from
That's got to
Chang.
be play of the game easily. That was phenomenal.
Really big there. We saw, so OWU went for that flank, and what we saw was the Reaper couldn't get in a position fast enough to ult, and he died before.
Yeah, and also you notice our Moira took that aggressive positioning.
Really good,
And
actually.
Wow.
The Moira play. It was that Cole from first.
It probably was, yeah.
That was good, Cole.
They played really well on this map. They played aggressive. They adapted. That Hanzo switch.
The Hanzo switch was beautiful. Really big,
really great
pull there.
setup here.
Yeah. And just dumping all your ults to get that last push that you need is,
Yes.
I mean, it's what you need to do.
it's what
You just do it.
It's very easy. You just got to use it all the time.
Yeah, just hit Q.
You got 99. They got 20. It's like you easily
Yeah, the
do
win the
it.
game button.
Press Q and that's all.
So what do you think? So, okay, given what we just saw, what do you think we're going to see for map picks?
Map picks. Oh man. Well, noticing that we kind of got the poke poke.
Yeah.
We're kind of go for a longer hallways in a way. I think this is hybrid. So honestly, my bet might be Midtown.
Midtown?
Midtown, because you know that first
I think
point
they could play
got,
good Midtown.
That first point they got the little gate, and
Kings.
they're gonna have some. Really?
And they're swapping Feet Sniffer out.
For Raggy. I wonder if he has a different playstyle.
Yeah, I'm interested now.
He's got that Reinhardt on them.
He does have the Reinhardt icon. I don't know. I'm interested because we're going Kings. Obviously, the rush map.
Oh yeah.
So a Rhine is a great pick here. So if they're switching him in to play that Rhine, I'm excited to see how they're all gonna play together. If we will see a Lucio, pop
I agree.
out.
What I really would like to see is a Junker Queen actually.
Oh, a J Queen would be really
if they
interesting
can
to look.
even with that Moira, that J Queen could go really
Yeah.
hard.
Because we did see the Reinhardt nerfs come through. With the health reduction. Now it is only 25 total health, but it's 15 less armor and 25 more base health.
Yes.
So
And that's kind of a big difference.
it's kind of a
actually.
big difference because that armor you get a little bit of damage reduction from armor, and so you do lose a little bit of survivability, which might make it harder to play with I don't know, to play with a Lucio who isn't just really on top of it.
Oh wait, they were banning Kings Row, not playing.
Oh, they were
Kings Row.
banning King. Oh no, wait. They're banning. They picked Kings Row by accident.
Ooh,
I
I
see
really
the
hope
confusion.
if they ban Kings Row, it'd be a little.
That'd be
low.
sad.
I really hope they don't.
I really want to see a Kings Row game.
I do too. I kind of want to see the rush. They got that poke going down.
'Cause they
It's
had-
working really well.
They aggressed pretty intelligently when we were watching them on here with their push onto the second point of Lijiang. So we banned
That's
Midtown.
a little
Valpo bans
shocking.
Midtown. I don't know. I think I can see it because Midtown's kind of a weird map to play. It's, not super new anymore, but
Looks like we got a new follower.
relatively new. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm interested to see what we end up picking. I don't know. Or what they end up picking. Sorry, OWU
I am
is
now
picking. We
curious
banned
if they're
Midtown.
gonna run the Kings Row.
Hmm?
I wonder if they're gonna run the Kings Row.
I hope
just
they do.
Out of spite.
I really just out of
Yes. Oh, they picked Paraiso.
Paraiso.
Interesting. That's
I-
a lower pick map. For
Yeah, I
Beacon.
hardly ever see that map picked. I feel like a lot of people not don't know what to do, but just don't particularly like playing on the map. I think it's like kind of
I
unpopular.
personally don't like it.
I'm not a fan of it either.
It forces me into picks that I'm not as comfortable in, and along with the idea of just like as we can see in this little like cut scene, this strip is really hard to
Yeah,
push.
the entirety of
'Cause-
second is just that
yes,
big long hallway with the weird off
yes,
angle on the side. But I'm
S-
interested to see how they played it,
me
how they'll
too.
play it.
Because it's just hard with all that high ground damage from Mercy Pocket. Oh, it has all the priority in the world.
I'm interested to see what OWU is going to do here. I mean, they picked it,
True.
so what do they know that I don't? What are they
These two,
planning? What
actually.
are they planning?
I partially wonder if they're gonna run a dive here, because dive's pretty popular
Ooh,
in Prezo.
it is. Dive is good on Parizo.
I personally like running a Doomfist actually.
A
Doomfist or
Doomfist?
a Junker Queen, because the rush comp works really well, but on defense, a Sigma is usually my more
Mm.
preferred pick here.
Looks like we're starting to see the comfort picks come through for Valpo. I saw kind of a similar thing that we saw in Lijiang first. The Moira Mercy is very popular with these two teams, it seems.
Yes. Oh, CQ9, I believe, is a Mercy main.
Just like, oh yeah.
He's just flat
I mean,
out
I could
Mercy
see
main.
that. And
I
Mercy, I mean, last season, Mercy was just a
Oh,
menace.
yeah.
It was
She's always going to
crazy.
be. That pocket potential is just huge. And honestly, we heard from Jang earlier, we might not see the Mercy.
Well, we saw it last map, though.
I know, and I was a little shocked when they
Yeah.
pulled it out. I was expecting something different,
Okay.
but I'm actually really excited.
So
And
now we got our picks.
I have some insight from Jang as well. I've been told that the is also a Moira main.
Okay,
One
so
trick, actually.
oh,
So,
Moira one trick?
yeah.
I bet.
And
I mean, Moira
honestly,
one trick's
the
eating
way
good
I've
this
been seeing
season.
him play is, I wish he was on my team sometimes, especially my competitive games. It's great.
Yeah. Hey, Moira main's eating good this season, it seems. I'm
He's got
interested to see. I mean, we're seeing the exact same comp we saw in first, Lijiang from Valpo, and then we're seeing a Ram switch on OWU.
OWU.
How do
It's
you?
gonna be interesting.
I don't know how I feel about Ram on this map.
It actually works pretty well because if you can
Does
get
it?
into this corner where we can see on our right where our Arisa is watching,
Yeah.
you can rush pretty fast. But you usually need a Lucio for this.
Yeah, and they've. Wow. Almost
That was a
immediately,
great spear.
the Moira gets almost
Yes.
taken out. They're forced
Oh,
into a
she's
slow
still-
position here.
Still pretty low.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Just getting the healing.
Oh, someone's trapped. Ram trapped.
Risky for the Junkrat.
Jumping in. Very
Already at
risky play. Hey,
30%
but if he
ultra,
dies there,
though.
he just drops his mines.
That is true, and he would have killed the Ram.
Yeah. Okay, we
Oh,
see
that's a good push by
OWU's looking
right
to
now.
take high ground.
Great
Basically
off-angle, huge
handing our
pick.
soldier an off angle.
It's like a nice present they just gave
I-
to him.
I would really like to see Valpo be a little bit more aggressive against these reses.
I agree.
They're
I
letting
would
a
like
lot
to
of them
actually
go.
see Arisa push into that.
Arisa pushing
honestly.
in. Both our DPS got a pick.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our soldier does get traded out, but we res him.
We have the Mercy pick.
We have the Mercy.
We have our Mercy main.
We
our
have
resident
a Mercy main.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It works really well with this comp, actually, especially the Moira allowing to do
True.
whatever she wants,
Ooh.
and the Mercy can just kind of hold a pocket on this soldier.
Rhoda almost gets that Moira again. I'm interested
coming
to
up on
see
ult.
why Raggy on Arisa isn't taking the high ground here and just kind of chilling on low.
Sometimes it's more valuable to hold the low ground.
It
'cause if
is.
they walk below
Ooh.
you while you're in Arisa on top, it just gets really difficult.
Big
Huge.
tire from Jang. I haven't seen Jang fumble an ult this game yet.
No, not yet.
I
not
haven't seen him
once.
fumble an ult.
Oh, for
Coming out with the
cleanup.
visor, I don't even know if the visor was really needed. Everyone was kind of low.
I agree,
He's
but
getting a
it's
lot.
good cleanup, and they just got. Oh, wait, that was our res. My bad.
That
I'm like,
was
no
our res.
way, they're getting the res.
Honestly, once again, the Valpo defense is like, it
Impressive.
seems like it's hard to break for OWU. They just can't like work past it. We're seeing both support ults and the Arisa ult coming up from Valpo,
I agree.
and a similar spread on OWU except for the soldier ult also coming up.
Looks like they might get that Moira pick again here. You see her?
Yeah,
Kinda
she's
flipping
hiding back
around.
there real low.
I'm kind of hoping they do an Arisa Moira ult here. That would be really big.
It would.
I would like to see the Arisa take an aggressive position to try and cancel that res, but
Ooh, the Ram ult
I'm
coming
a little
out. This
curious
is
how
hard to
this is
fight.
gonna- Looks like they're handling it.
Yeah, it looks like they're
decent.
just trying to purely damage
Ooh.
it out. Kind of a hard Arisa ult. Gets everyone low,
I'm-
but I don't know if you can confirm
Is
anything
Jang
off
gonna
that.
come in as the hero here?
Is he going to save the fight?
Well-
Nah. Oh, but
Oh,
we
but they got the
distracted him
res.
for the res from the Arisa.
Could get a cool Valkyrie.
Wait, getting the Ash pick, pushing the Ram off the point.
They might be able to clean this up.
They might be able to clean this up. I'd like to see them focus more on the supports behind that Ram instead of the Ram himself.
Moira ult
Moira ult
coming in.
coming through, spending a lot to save this fight, but
It's working.
It's
I mean,
turning
they're
out.
using a lot to fight
Moira,
as well.
Cole gets the Moira.
There's still a soldier on the top left that we can't see. Oh, he dropped
Yeah.
back down. We're
Kills
still on the
Jang.
decline right now, but if we
Yeah.
can keep our Orisa up, this fight is completely winnable. I
It's
wish he,
still
like you
winnable for
said,
sure.
kills some of the healers.
I mean,
behind.
Orisa's already 60% to another ult.
Our
Looks
Moira
like the
main-
Ram is doing what I suggested and actually looking at the supports now.
Looking for
big kill
nice
on the Ram.
pick.
They
That
need to
Moira
watch
got
that
out
res.
of that too. That was amazing.
Yeah, Morris still dies. They have to look for this Mercy. Jumping out, going for the res.
They get
Ooh,
the Ram.
They
but
still got
kill
the res, but they got the Mercy. They got
kill
the Mercy. And we can
But
see
it doesn't look
another
like they
visor
noticed.
coming out here from Valpo.
Oh, they're dumping a lot.
Really the second one of this fight.
Wow.
Wow. That was a long fight.
That was a long fight.
Ending in a team kill for Valpo though.
I know it works.
I like scooted like a
You're
foot
like- you're
forward
like
in my chair.
sniffing
I'm
the
like, oh,
screen
I'm
a
getting into
little
this.
bit.
Honestly, okay, we saw a lot of ults come out from Valpo, but they also got a ton of ult charge during that fight.
Yes.
I mean, we're getting close to another Cole. We have another Orisa ult. Now, of course, this is the same for OWU. They've got another Ram ult, which they can engage with right here. Pushing the Ram back, I really
wow.
like to see this. This could be a huge Orisa ult.
Oh, wait,
they just kept him off. I wasn't even looking at the time.
I wasn't
They couldn't
either.
touch. What a body block. Wait, that was huge play from
That was a
Valpo.
really
That
good
was
Orisa play.
massive
That was
play from
impressive.
Valpo.
At first, I was like, oh, you only got one. And then I noticed the time go down. I was like, oh my
Oh
God.
my God, yeah. Spinning the thing, I was like watching the body block. I'm like, wow, you really get Ram here. And he gets the Cassidy. And then as the slam comes down, the time slow hits.
Oh, yeah.
And
It
I was like,
It
oh,
was just perfect.
they're playing above my vision right now. I couldn't even see what was going on.
I know. It was impressive. That I have to say, watching that Moira is a lot of fun.
It is fun, actually.
The Moira's being able to get in and out. Pichu Ichu's really killing it out there.
Yeah. And plus, like, quite a few Coles coming out, especially ones that,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
kind of change the tide of the battle, especially on that last, the last stand on defense.
Oh yeah, really coming in clutch. So he had that ability to just come in and out and
Yeah.
not die on that. We've seen a Reinhardt pick actually. This is a little interesting.
That's
We're
what
going
I
with
like
a
to
rush
see.
comp but without rush supports.
Moira's kind of rushed, but I agree. I would like to see, like, a Lucio or Kiriko is pretty good into this. Baptiste is really good into this.
Now I'm a little excited to see the Ryan. I might be a little overcritical because I am a Ryan main myself.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're having some fun here.
You're just chilling out in spawn.
Chilling out.
Goofing
It's
around.
Okay. Goofing
Feeling a
around.
little, feeling a little
It's
silly.
nice to let the nerves go a little bit.
Yeah, oh yeah, for
It's
sure.
always entertaining.
Who
Now, they
doesn't
all-
goof around in spawn?
Oh, exactly. I'm just spraying all over the place.
So we're seeing an we saw an Ashe last round from OWU, but I'm interested. I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen. I guess they switched to Cassidy, so I never really saw a Bob come out. But I feel like a Bob could be really strong.
Huge pick.
Big like off-rip pick from the
No.
soldier.
There we go. That's what we like to see.
Yep. Ryan pushing in. He does get antsied,
But he's
but he's
has
still
your
walking.
press.
Walking on the supports.
Huge
Big pull on the
Moira
Moira. Going for
That's
the pin on
smart.
the Ana.
Huge pin.
Huge
Oh,
pin.
that-
I mean, it's kind of they lost most
That
supports.
looks so good.
A DPS. They just need to batter this Orisa, and it's kind of over.
We're down our support and one of our damage. Jang
Yeah.
almost getting that pick there. Interesting pin there though.
But this Ryan is
That was a
really
good
just a
kill.
force
He's
to be
tear-
reckoned with
he's
right
tearing
now.
them apart.
Tearing
Gets
through the
that
team.
soldier. There's still an Ashe somewhere, I believe. Nope. Jang
Nope,
got it.
no more
Jang with the
Ashe, yeah.
cleanup. That
think
looks like
that's
it's game.
it.
That is game.
Wow.
That was a quick push. That
That was
impressive.
a really good push from Valpo.
I honestly think that if they should have stuck the Ram. I really do think that.
I think, yes, I do think that OWU, if they stuck the Ram, probably would have done a little bit better there. I
agree.
think, big play here from Jang.
This was a massive tire.
This was really, really
Again,
good.
we have not seen him whiff a tire.
I
I'm
haven't seen
excited
this
to
guy
see it
whiff
from
an
his
ult.
point of view.
Yeah,
That's
that's just
just-
well set up.
It really set up the game.
And then the
Oh,
soldier?
Yes, perfect.
Dares push a Junkrat.
I know. What are you thinking? You just throw mine, right click,
Boom, boom.
left click.
Wow, yeah, that was a phenomenal defense from them. I mean, it was kind of messy there around the end and around the middle because they just kept losing people, but the Orisa sticking out, Jang distracting people so that the Orisa could get res. I really think that behind it all, they played that really well. It seems like they
I
kind of
agree.
kept their cool, fought smartly, used their
agree.
ults in like decent positions, and that last body block was phenomenal.
Oh, that
That was really,
last
really
body
good.
block was game changer. Honestly,
Yeah.
if he didn't get that body block, they might have lost that thing.
And I don't know if you saw it, and I was just thinking about it. The Ram got trapped.
Oh yeah, no, he did.
He got trapped by a Junkrat trap, and he was in ult. He could have gone on point and actually like really changed that fight.
Interesting. I thought he was just stuck in the Orisa ult, honestly.
No, he was in trap because he was just moving, punching the air. He's like, oh, I can't get there.
Looks like we're gonna swap for in the future in Hammy Trash here. So
Yeah,
I'm
and then
kind
it
of seeing
seems
what he's gonna
Valpo
bring.
banned Shambali.
Honestly, that's pretty standard.
I think that's fair. I actually don't mind Shambali.
I am not a fan of our Shambali.
That's fair.
It's just it's hard with the long range. Though I have been noticing it's just a little bit easier if you do a rush comp rather than like a shield.
Like a shield poke comp.
Yes,
That's fair.
especially on defense, it's easier to hold the lower ground and have maybe like a bastion or something on the
Uh,
higher ground.
I think what we do quite a bit is we play like a Sigma and go for more poke comp. You know, we run like a sniper,
Hmm.
Hanzo, Widow, and then our a pretty high
Hmm.
healing support line. We'll see like a Zen Bap or something like that, and then
Hmm.
we'll just try and anyone who like dares push down the long hallways, just
Just they're
throw
done.
everything at them.
They're done. We have Scoot usually on the Widow. He usually does a
Yeah,
pretty good job on that.
Scoot is a good Widow.
We usually run like a shield, but I've been having better luck in my solo queue with a rush
Oh, and your
comp.
solo queue,
Yes,
interesting.
yes.
And looks like we're seeing Junkertown get picked for our potentially last map.
Yeah. Honestly, I find that kind of interesting. They've been struggling against Valpo's poke comp, and I feel like Junkertown has those long sight
Yeah,
lines, and
it is a lot of, but it's open.
that is
And
true,
I
but it
think
is
they've been
very
struggling a
DPS
lot
heavy.
against Junk. In a map that's open like this, at least on first and most of second, it's like it's hard to have sight lines like you would
Yes.
on like Paraiso or stuff like that for Junk.
I'm kind of hoping we see a Widow here, to be
A Widow
honest.
would be awesome. I'd love to see a Widow get
It
played.
that'd be very entertaining. I think it's Rotagilla has been on the soldier. I'm kind of hoping to see him whip that
Yeah,
out, see
that'd
if
be
it
cool.
works.
And it does seem like we're getting Feet Sniffer 9 back
We're
in it.
back in the game.
Back in it. I'm excited.
I'm kind of
Raggy
seeing.
was good though. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, he played
his Rhine was
phenomenal.
really, really
Oh
well
yeah,
played.
he really walked into that
He
team.
was walking.
Honestly, he had no one to stop him. It was
Yeah, no one.
perfect.
He got antied, and it seemed like no one really did anything about it.
It was very fun to watch. It
Yeah.
was very fun. They seem to be pretty coordinated too. I haven't
Honestly,
heard
yeah, it
much about
seems like
this
they're
team.
calming pretty well.
They
They seem
got
to push like
yeah,
cohesively.
they got some pretty good team play.
Yeah, I'm really, really liking what I'm seeing. Having like I honestly have very low experience with the club team, and
Me too.
this
The
is
only
my first
person
time really heavily watching a game. I'm really
I
impressed
know
with what they're doing.
it's really impressive, and I'm kind of hoping that we keep this up for years to come. Honestly,
Pete Sniffer is a peak name. That's
I
a good
agree.
name.
I really like that name. It's funny.
And we see him on the Rhine.
Interesting.
That's interesting for attack.
Okay, I thought they were on defense.
I
at
thought they were on
first.
defense too. I'm like, that's an interesting. We are seeing a Widow on both teams. We do see
There we
Rotagilla
go.
on the Widow.
I'm actually really excited to see this. I'm hoping he's gonna Widow diff, but we'll see what happens.
Yep. And we see Jang coming out on the Ashe. That's an interesting pick. We see
Actually-
mostly Junkrat played. I know he has played Ashe in the past,
He used to have a lot of Ash in the past.
but
have a lot,
I've seen
but-
mostly Junkrat today. I'm interested to see like what he'll be able to get done on a
play-
hit scan hero.
He plays a mean Junkrat. As he's told me once before, Junkrat's like a soul character.
Ah,
He really vibes with the character.
Yeah.
That's what he's been telling me.
Okay.
He says
then
he
we're seeing
really
a Junkrat from the other team.
enjoys to play Ash.
Oh, here we go.
I'm kind of now that I think
first
about it, they're
shot.
playing double snipers. Okay.
The other Widow misses her shot.
He's got 2 body shots.
Oh, come on.
All right, he's got to take his time here. Line it up. There we
Ooh.
go. I have faith.
I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. I know he's gonna do
I'm
it.
watching. This Reinhardt needs to get this aggressive position. Honestly,
It's kind of hard for Ryan here, I feel. Though.
honestly, I think that even just swapping here, just like going right back to spawn and swapping.
Widow switching angles.
It's just
Jang
an
takes
angle.
out the
Good
other
pick.
Widow and finds the Junkrat. OWU has no DPS anymore. Big burn on the
Jang
BAP.
with the big burn.
Going for a more really aggressive play here.
Very aggressive.
Finding the BAP.
Works.
Really well
with
done.
that hip fire too is very
Honestly,
impressive.
I mean, the hip fire is crazy. And then looking for the Moira.
Good fire bombs.
Really well-placed firebombs here.
Now, when Jang was on the Beacon team last fall, one of the most exciting things he was telling me was,
Ooh!
oh, huge Widow
That's what
pick.
I like to see.
Famputi actually had told him how to use the firebomb. If you had just
Oh.
thrown it, it would stay in the site, and you just have
Yeah.
to shoot it as long as you don't move. And he
Wow.
was very excited to tell me that trick.
That was a hyper-aggressive, like, just walking straight into them.
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of play that I'd really
And it
like
worked.
to see.
It
and
worked.
it worked.
It was like OW wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, I think they weren't because they've been dealing with this like really heavy poke and then, you know, get a pick, walk in.
I agree.
And now you've got Valpo just kind of running straight at them. And I'm trying to see what this Widow's got.
They were instantly off the Widow. I just noticed that.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think she got like a pick.
No,
so
she just
I think it's
died.
smart to switch there.
Jang just took
Jang
her
does
out.
get
does
get caught out.
Looks like
and
we
we saw
lost
the
the
res.
too. Now, this point's a little harder to play Widow. It's not bad.
It's not bad, but it is. There's a lot
against the Sigma. It's really hard.
Lower sight lines.
Yes.
So it does look like he's got this ult up, looking for anyone he can find caught out. He has to be careful of that Hanzo though.
Yes, the Hanzo has Sonic Arrow on him, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a countering out of his ultimate. It gives him. It kind of hides his whole perception. And
I like to see they're looking for this Hanzo that's trying to get an off angle on him. It looks like
very aggressive Moira ult.
Really aggressive Moira ult. I'm glad to see this glitch is still in the game, that we can't see the Moira ult.
Great.
Love that. Really aggressive, but did
Save
get the enemy Moira.
Here, hopefully.
Unfortunately, Jank does get caught out for it. We might see a res. I know, a lot of ults just going out at the same time.
Valpo's still ahead on theirs, though.
Really big potential for a shatter here if he can just get past that Sigma.
Just walk past right here.
Ooh,
right here.
Could hit a really big shatter. He's setting up for it. He's looking for it. There it is.
Now, one thing that I'm a little disappointed to see is
the pin into the shatter. Yeah, the pin into the shatter. Though, honestly, I mean, he had a Fire Strike up, so he could have Fire Strike pin.
True.
But he did get a confirmed kill.
Yes.
Which is value in its own right.
It is value. The only time I ever pin after a shatter is if, one, I'm out of Fire Strikes and I forgot to save one, or two, they're just lined up. Because being able to just like shove them into something is really nice.
I love to see this Bob positioning from Jang because it distracts them from this
Huge
window
headshot.
And lets us walk past.
The Sigma? They got the Sigma.
So I didn't talk about that. A lot of DPS picks coming out here from Valpo. Just like, it seems constant. Because as soon as Rhoda is able to get them, or sorry, Feet Sniffer right now.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's just the Rhoda Reinhardt.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the Widow.
Killer.
As soon as Feet Sniffer is able to get them some space, it seems like the DPS just take it in stride.
Oh yeah.
And just take these super hyper aggressive angles and get the picks they need to win. I like to see the Rhine up here, kind of pushing, kind of hard against the Junkrat. Goes for the pin on him.
Honestly,
wait, big pressure. Oh,
very
just
smart.
It.
Even if he should hold this front ground here, his healers should help support him.
Yeah,
if
honestly,
he can hold right under that high
walking
ground,
up to corner if he can.
It's really helpful here, especially in a Reinhardt, because gaining space on this last leg they have long sight lines again.
I like to see our Ashe going up to high ground, pushing that Junkrat out. Junkrat so low, another Cole coming out from Pichu. Honestly, Pichu has been a crazy force this game. Unfortunately gets some, but does get two in the process.
We're going to get a res here? We got 2 seconds.
Maybe. We've got a lot of space. The res is definitely possible, but I don't think it's going to come out.
I don't think so either. Good headshot on the dash.
Really, really good headshot. Big shatter on the Sigma. Sigma and Moira. Catches the Sigma. The Moira's low. OWU is definitely on their heels right now. They can't seem to answer any of these ults that are coming out from Valpo.
Oh, I agree.
Even when they get a pick or two, Valpo just returns with 2.
It was great Fire Strike too.
Yeah.
With the oppressive just double sniper
catches the
right
bat.
Now.
They're shielding him off. They're scared of the Widow now. They know. They know what to look for.
Well, I'm
Junkrat coming out on point. I don't know if
it's
going to do anything though.
0.17
meters. There it is.
They ended it there.
Yeah.
That's really impressive. That was a really, really strong push.
Really strong
push. Their DPS really pushed them through that there.
Yeah, I'm interested to know what OWU is going to do here, because they're dealing with this Widow on attack who is shutting down sight lines. You know, when you're fighting a Widow like that, it's hard to even, look at an angle because the Widow's just going to shoot at you.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm interested to see what they're going to play. The Sigma is always a good choice for shielding off the Widow, but you have to be so on it, and you have to be so cognizant of where the Widow is, because if the Widow moves and your shield's just useless, it's sitting out there doing nothing for your team.
Yes.
So it's almost maybe worth, they could switch a dive.
Honestly, it would probably go really good.
Poke
like a
out
monkey.
The Widow.
A monkey would be really strong.
Okay, what are we seeing here?
Okay, interesting. It looks like we're losing the Ashe pick. Honestly, I think you should have stuck the Ashe.
Honestly, he was doing a lot.
He was doing great on the Ashe. I think that double sniper also allowed Rotogilla to get his sight lines.
Yeah, for sure.
It was
really
definitely
put a lot more pressure. But honestly, so we're seeing the Sigma, staking the Sigma for OWU, which is not a bad choice against Widow by any means.
No, not at all. I think the Sigma's a great pick. It looks like we're gonna match the Widow now. Switch out the
Yeah,
cast and we're going for a mate. That's also a really good pick against the Widow. A wall forcing her to move is
that's true.
really
But then
good.
but wall is such like a valuable resource against a
True.
tank. It's hard to just like wall off a Widow, especially when now Valpo's got the Orisa and he knows the Widow's up there looking for it. Shields off the
Already
Widow.
shielded off. Smart
I
play
mean,
by the Sigma,
smart
though.
play, and they're
Very
just
smart.
pestering him with random shots, trying to keep him locked down in a certain area.
Oh, huge pick.
But
That
they
was
can't keep him
awesome.
down. You can't keep him out.
Rotogil is going in there.
Rotogilla is popping
he's
off.
making it so hard for them to push.
And especially on this first point, there's such an open
Instant.
place you have to walk on. It's so hard to avoid those sightlines. He catches another.
Oh,
Another. Both supports.
A third? A third!
So far.
If you notice, we got an instant Cassidy swap.
Yep. I mean,
Instantly.
honestly fair.
You have to.
You have to.
They kind of had the Echo at the start, and I was kind of looking forward to
I
hopefully
was
seeing
interested in the Echo. I was going to talk about that, but they didn't stick it.
I think it would have worked really well, because it would have allowed
Yeah.
to put pressure from above and divert
But then, I
most
mean,
of Rotogil's attention.
if you just headshot the Echo, it's over.
That's true. That's true. And Rotogil has been killing it, so...
Looks like they're still just throwing. They're ignoring the Orisa and just throwing shots at the Widow. Honestly, a fair strategy for
spirit.
now. Yeah, they're still just throwing shots at the Widow. I'd like to see. I mean, we have the Mercy up there supporting the Widow, obviously. Is he gonna go? Oh,
Come on.
yeah,
let's
I
see
missed
this.
twice. Still looking for him.
Lost our
Unfortunately,
Orisa
we
here.
do lose Feet Sniffer. Our Orisa does go down in the midst of that fight. We could see a Cole come out from Pichu.
He's been getting those clutch calls, so
I don't know if he wants to pop it
it.
right here, though. That's pretty risky in the midst of all this. No one's
But he
looking
might
at him.
get that McCree.
He might get the cast. Nah, he's getting out of there.
He gets out.
A good choice, a good
Honestly,
choice.
smart move. Oh, and he
Really
still gets
smart move.
out. I'm kind of curious if Rotogil can get a pick or two while we're here.
Yeah, maybe. That May's
ice
going to be
is-
annoying.
Yes, it's very devastating.
Those May right
for a
clicks are
Widow.
dangerous.
But even just one pick, that could kill it.
I'd like to see them refight here if they can. What I'm seeing is we've almost got Tyre, and we've got both
all know
supports.
Jang doesn't miss.
He doesn't miss. Oh, but he dies.
He dies
He's going
early,
for
but
the
we're gonna get
touch,
that res?
and we lose the Mercy. He is going for the res. I don't know if they're going to get it.
Oh.
Yeah, with the Cassidy ult. I don't know if I would have ulted here. It
I-
kind of seems like a lost cause at this
I
point.
agree. I probably would have held that there, honestly.
I would have held that, but honestly, that fight went so fast. I could see just not totally understanding and just trying
I
to
agree.
save the fight.
It's
I
kinda
would-
hard.
I think it wasn't the greatest time to ult, but I can understand the reasoning, and we didn't use anything else.
Yes.
Oh, and we're seeing a Rhine switch.
Interesting.
Rhine is
Reinhardt's
hard
kinda
here on
hard
defense.
Yeah.
It's okay on attack because you can just... All right. Just catches the May out of nowhere.
I agree.
Standing
I agree.
still.
It's impressive.
Shielding off the Widow. Obviously
Smart,
a good
smart.
strategy. Jane catches the Kiriko.
So they're up 2 right now. Tyre.
Big Tyre.
With the double tire. Doesn't miss.
He doesn't miss.
Telling
He
you.
just doesn't miss. And now, of course, we've got Rhoda looking at all the other stragglers out in the fight. We are really just seeing our DPS play extremely well.
Oh, I agree.
Kind of
They're-
just doing what they need to be doing, getting picks, doing a lot of damage.
They're creating openings for the team, and it's honestly working in their favor really well, and it's impressive almost, too.
Yeah, it is impressive. I think they're really playing this smartly, and I've been happy to see it. Of course, we see OWU walking out immediately, shielding off our Widow.
I'm kind of hoping to see another
Jang
mid pick out of
catches the
Crystal.
Kiriko again. Honestly, a bad start to the fight here for OWU. Immediately losing
Instantly
a
got
Kiriko,
another
then
Ana.
lose a May, and then the Cassidy.
Oh, man. They're losing.
Sigma
a
ult
lot
comes out,
here.
but I don't know if it can save this fight. I don't think it's going to happen.
I honestly would have saved it there.
I would have saved it there, but
They're about to have a May
honestly,
freeze as well.
yeah. Oh, they
just
lose the
two-
Kiriko
oh,
again.
man.
This Kiriko can just not stay up.
Our damage are pushing too much pressure onto their
Yeah.
tank. It's not allowing them to be able to push. Because
Yeah,
what the kill...
Pin.
Nice pin.
Pin on the
That's
Moira.
beautiful.
you know?
Without
Moira just
the,
wasn't looking.
Without the ability to have your healers as a tank, it's devastating, especially
Yeah.
in Overwatch 2. Because all that damage is now being funneled into
Yeah,
since
you
there's
just got the
less
one
shields.
tank, yeah. It was different in Overwatch 1 where you could kind of play around each other, but now
Yes.
you have to really play smart about it. I really like Jank's positioning here for the Junkrat. It
I
kind of
agree.
lets you look at these sharper angles that really favor Junk's playstyle. And we see the shatter just gets canceled by the Suzu.
Amazing play on that Suzu.
Really good Suzu from their Kiriko. But we see it doesn't really matter. Jang catches
another coalescence too from our.
Yeah, love to see it.
Pichu.
And we saw Jang caught too right there at the beginning, right as the attack came out. Will he finally miss an ult? Wait.
Nope.
Still catches the
Still
Sigma.
gets someone.
It's not.
I was a little worried there. I'm like, oh no, we jinxed
I heard him all. I was like, I don't want to see it happen. I can't see it happen.
I can't watch.
I can't watch.
That was an amazing coalescence. Saved our Rhine.
It was a good call. Really saved our Rhine there, especially after he got walled off. And then we saw our Junkrat catching two in that sharp angle that I like to see him play at.
Something I've noticed is the Mercy's been able to keep both DPS up like consistently well.
Yeah, very
and enabling
consistently.
them, allowing them. And the Moira is given free reign again.
Rhine gets knocked over.
Now, this is kind of the downside of what we noticed in our nerf, because pre-patch, Reinhardt would have lived that.
He probably would have lived there a little bit easier, especially with the Mercy healing him. So what we kind of see here is now that
gets a pick,
still gets one.
Is he going to get another one?
Honestly, that Cassidy was really low. We could see Jang get another. Reposition
way
to a slightly safer spot.
Way. Hopefully the Mercy comes with.
Wait, we could see a turn of this fight. Oh, Mercy gets stuck out there.
Jang almost has
really
huge shatter. Getting one.
From Feet Sniffer 9.
Feet Sniffer really went in there.
Honestly, that was a good shatter. It might turn this
huge
fight.
Pin.
We are seeing the Mayo come out. I actually don't know.
He got the triple!
It was a big.
That tire just saved the fight. Oh, it's last fight.
Yeah,
okay.
it's last. They're not going to be able to get back. I think this is it.
I believe this is it.
And that's it for Valpo.
That is a 3-0 for Valpo.
That is a 3-0 Valpo. Oh, the names didn't get switched around.
It says not OWU.
It is. You're right. That is not OWU Crimson.
That's pretty funny.
Another. It's got to be that 3K at the end, right?
There's no way it's not.
Or the other 3Ks.
No, it has to be.
That's the one. Oh, no, this is earlier.
No, it's not. This one was
Gets
also
one
really
right
good.
here. This was really good. And he catches, I think,
2 of them.
2? And I think he finds the
Sigma.
Soldier. No, the Sigma, you're right.
Sigma. Overall, that was a great game, actually.
Those were really good games. For Valpo, those DPS plays were
phenomenal.
Just beautiful.
I agree, and I'm really excited to say that was fun to watch.
Those were really fun games to watch. We were seeing a lot of love for the Feet Sniffer name in the chat, and I agree.
It's impressive, but
I honestly think everyone played their roles really well. It seemed like they were communicating well with each other. They knew like what to do and when to do it. Even if we saw some ults come out at weird times or like a little late in the fight, it was that aggression and that advantage was still like reclaimed by the end of the fight. They were able to still hold that like dominance over the other team.
They kept their cool and they were
it seemed like they kept their cool.
That's kind of what it looked like, and that's a big part of the game, being able to keep the cool and go in. It's very entertaining.
That was really fun to watch, especially just those big ults from Jang and big plays. From Rhoda and Feet Sniffer 9.
Even the coalescence Ichu Pichu.
Yeah, Ichu Pichu's calls were really strong.
Ichu, I can't remember.
It's Pichu Ichu.
Yeah, there it is. My bad. I'm sorry, guys.
And then, the Mercy play from CQ9 was still really good, being able to kind of juggle both the DPS, keeping them up, and having them do like that little extra damage output they needed to do.
And it was fun.
Those were really fun to watch. I was really excited with those games. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up here.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.